What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well today. I do want to go over your first assignment for social media strategies, and this is going to be your event assignment. So the basis of this is going to be taking place. It will be due due on September 2nd, which is a Friday of 2022. And basically, what I'm trying to get everybody to do is I want you to be able to give me a event assignment proposal, basically saying this is a idea that I have that I want to run a social media event for. Now, whether you actually want to run the event or not is completely up to you. The way I've done it before in class is we've either run the event or we've done these to where they would be proposals. So you would give me a plans book of what this proposal would look like. So it's not only a nonprofit that you would be representing, but also what is the event that you would be hosting for that to raise money for that nonprofit. So the basis is a social media campaign to raise money for the nonprofit. So it's an event in this case. And again, what you would be doing is you are proposing an event and giving your idea here. So again, this is due by September 2nd, and I just want to go briefly over this. So you will be actually sending a video to me. So I want you to record a video with a presentation about the event for this course. So basically, I'll give you an example. You will be choosing a nonprofit and an event that you would like to host based on that nonprofit. And what is that social media campaign going to look like? Now, you may not have all the details for this, and you may have only a couple ideas. This may be very think tank, and that's fine. But the idea behind it is to be able to kind of demonstrate that you are capable of running a social media campaign for a proposed event. So we've done these events in the past. So we have done something that we like to call Barks and Brews. This took place at Appalachian Mountain Brewery to all the benefits of the Watauga Humane Society. So this was not only a charitable donation from A&B based on their beer sales, but also donations. So essentially, a student came up with the idea of Barks and Brews. We're going to work with the Watauga Humane Society and Appalachian Mountain Brewery and have that event. Now, because we're online, this isn't going to be a class participation assignment. This is going to be an individual thing. But the idea here is, again, to find a nonprofit and to be able to host an event with it. So another example is my students, when I was at North Dakota State, they did a event called Wish Fast. So this was a 5K run by the students at a local park to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of North Dakota. It raised a significant amount of money. I think they're at $50,000 at this point, several years doing it, 4 different cities. They've really expanded their market, and they're still running this event, to my knowledge, to this day. So it was a really cool way to do that. So, but again, all of this idea is that based on running a social media for the nonprofit. So the basics are, you can see within the main points of this speech. I want to know what the nonprofit is. It can be national, regional, international, local. Local might be a little easier in terms of getting in contact with the client. I don't know why my highlighter is working so weird on this. But so give us an overview of that nonprofit, missions, goals. Why did you choose them? Do you have any points of contact? Because, there is a chance that you could run this event, or at the very least talk to a person about a proposed event in the future. The event is what is your idea for it. So again, this can be anything from, is something as simple as a bake sale to something as complex as running, a 10K, for instance. Has it been done before? How would you run it? I'd like it to be a fresh idea, something that we haven't done before in the past. And again, based on your ideas. And if you're having trouble coming up with ideas, come email me, come talk to me. I'd be happy to help you out there. What would be things that you would need to do in terms of advertising, division of labor? How does it fit with the nonprofit? I usually like to find events that work really well together. So for Wish Fast, for instance, they went with what was it? I think it was the kid who dressed up as Batman and got to go all around downtown solving crimes and so forth as part of his wish for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And so in this case, it was a superhero themed run. You know, this student of mine was really into Marvel and DC comics. So that's kind of how they approached it in this case and how it fit. So these are the kind of things that I want you to think about of, you know, what would be a realistic thing about making this event work. Again, fit, potential day of details. So some of these things, so Barks and Brews did not take a lot of potential day of details. You just had people that just had to manage the booth. We could have gotten away with 2 or 3 people, to be honest. Whereas the 5K was all hands on deck for this. So, but again, be creative. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of really cool ideas. People have done events like food truck gatherings on with Sanford Mall. You know, people have done things like events like walkathons, or that people have done things with like fraternity sorority events, like competitions, and so forth. There's a lot of things that you've been able to do. So the point is like all of this right here is just to be like the main areas of the speech I'll be looking for. So again, this is a recorded speech. I want it to be 3 to 4 minutes long, very brief, 30 seconds grace period. I'm not really going to be listening after 5 minutes. Basically, elevator pitch here. Speak clearly, dress appropriately, extemporaneous delivery. So when you're presenting, I don't want it to sound like you are delivering it like a manuscript, like you're reading things. But don't be impromptu. Have some ideas with your presentation. If you want to use slides, fantastic. I'm not going to say that they are completely required. You don't need to use them if you don't want to, but it might help in terms of me being able to understand it. So again, let me go back here. It will be due next Friday, September 2nd, 2022. So please make sure that you mark that calendar date down and have that ready. And again, if you have any questions about a nonprofit or an event, please email me. I'd be happy to look at it and give you some advice. So thanks, good luck. And again, any questions, please email. Thanks.